After the mild drama which happened earlier before the court sat, the APC faction of the Labour Party led by Lamidi Apapa were trying to disrupt the court process by telling the authentic faction of the Labour Party, although there is no faction in the Labour Party, but they saw the Labour Party guys seated already. They wanted them to surrender their seats to them. Anyway, that was just a distraction. They were thrown out of the court. Now to the summary of what happened in court. The INEC lead counsel accused P2B's counsel of walking away from them in a meeting that they held on Monday, the 16th May 2023. This meeting was as a result of the earlier adjournment that the court did last week. All parties were supposed to use this time to respond to all issues raised in the petition by P2B and the Labour Party. Responding, P2B's legal team leader said that they had to leave because INEC failed to give them the information that they required, that INEC failed to give them the result sheet that they demanded, despite billing them 1.5 million naira for it. This is outrageous coming from a government agency. Why should they pay up to 1.5 million naira just to give them the results? Yes, it is acceptable to pay for these kind of services, but INEC already has a way of storing the results so that picking them up won't be a problem. Billing 1.5 million is simply outrageous. Anyway, they still failed to give them the results that they demanded, and P2B's legal team refused to take the little they offered so that it won't be on record that they gave them the result sheets. They wanted to prove that, yes, these people gave us just a bit of what we demanded. We want all. We want them to comply with the court order. Let them furnish us with all the information. INEC refused to provide result sheets in Rivers State and Sokoto States to the legal team of Labour Party. INEC is in clear violation of the order of the court. They violated the electoral law during the presidential election, and they are still violating the order of the court. How can INEC declare someone winner and they can't prove that the person won? They can't say, look at the documents we looked at to declare this person a winner. Yes, it's very shameful that INEC's team leader, Mahmoud SAN, told the court that they do not have any document, any result sheet, any Form EC8A to give the Labour Party legal team from Rivers State. So from where did INEC manufacture the figures that they announced in Rivers State? Nigerians are watching. What more circumstantial evidence do the judges need? This one is happening right in front of the judges. These guys have something to hide. Someone that won an election should be proud, should be in a hurry to prove it. But that's not the case with INEC and the APC. They are looking for ways to delay and cause unnecessary adjournments. An adjournment of 1 week was given by the court so that the Labour Party legal team and all other teams will meet together and sort out the issues. INEC should have used this time to furnish them all the result sheets that they are demanding. They're still looking for further adjournments from the court. Of course, the court refused this time around. They adjourned to 19th May 2023. That's on Friday. Unsurprisingly, the legal team of Tinubu, led by Wole Olanipeku, opposed the adjournment, but the judge overruled him. These guys are just there to look for loopholes. They are not there to argue the matter because they know that there's no case. They don't have any case because it is clear to everyone that they lost the election. They are just there to waste the time of the court so that they will swear in Tinubu. In case you're wondering why P2B's legal team need the result sheets from INEC in order to prove their case, the reason is very simple. It's actually a trap, and it's actually a way to make the case faster. What they want to do is to prove that all the results that INEC announced were fake. For instance, if INEC announced 100,000 votes for APC in a particular local government, they want those polling unit results from the local government. When they are calculated and summed up, they will never align with that 100,000 they announced for APC. It's as simple as ABC, and INEC did a shoddy job when they were doing the rigging. All the thugs that snatched ballot boxes and wrote results elsewhere, they all did it at the collation centers, whether local government collation or ward collation level, or even at state level. They did a very shoddy job. There's one thing with figures. Once you remove, for instance, 100 votes from the Labour Party and increase maybe 30 votes to APC, you keep up the process to the next collation center. You have to do all the deductions so that when all the polling unit results are totaled, they will align. But the way they did it, even on IREV, it is very obvious that the figures do not align, which is a red flag for INEC in the court. And also remember that when INEC declared Tinubu the winner of the election, this was what was showing on IREV. So if this huge number of results were not uploaded on IREV and INEC went on to declare a winner, it means that millions of votes were not accounted for, which renders the results and the declaration null and void, because you must account for all the votes in order to know who won. If the number of votes that were not uploaded represents up to 10 million votes, not that the 10 million will go to one candidate, but even if it is distributed equitably, it still does not represent all the votes that were cast on election day. So what INEC did was intentional. They are still hiding it by refusing to provide election materials to the Labour Party legal team. Maybe what INEC and APC are hoping for is for a cancellation of the entire election so that another election will be ordered by the court. But the court should not fall for this trap. They should not fall for their gimmicks. They should insist on seeing the results of INEC. If they continue to refuse to release them because they don't exist, they don't want to expose themselves, what the court needs to do is to compare the results of the opposition. If the Labour Party are able to furnish their own results, what the court needs to do is just to corroborate the information. If they are able to get two copies from two different parties that are the same thing, once they are able to establish that two copies from different parties are the same, they should consider these results as the authentic results from polling units. And they should do a fresh collation of these results by themselves. That way, they will prove the real results and the rightful winner. INEC cannot hold Nigeria to ransom. They conducted an election, the most expensive election in Nigeria's history. They cannot provide records of how they arrived at the figures that they declared. This is impunity, and the court should not allow it. That's why they are wasting the time of the court, so that they will swear them in. When they get into office, they will use all sorts of intimidation and everything in their power in order to deny justice. The court should not allow it. This is the time to save Nigeria and save democracy. INEC clearly violated the law on election day, and they are already in contempt of court. No one should come and intimidate the judges or intimidate the judiciary. They should start giving them sanctions because they are already in contempt of court. Anyway, be rest assured that we'll keep giving you updates on happenings at the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal. The next adjournment is Friday, 19th May 2023. See you soon.
Stomach, you know. In your church, you know. In your box, you know. That Peter, Gregory, Obi,